Okay, now we're going to go on how to export your assignment to the Excel data file. I have my sample company open. It is the chapter 1 file. What I'm going to do is use the example on page 139 of your book, which basically is asking you to download the trial balance report if you look at page 139. Okay. So it says step 1, it says to view the report center, select reports from my shortcuts. Well, I had minimized the shortcut. Let me open that back up. There is the reports down here. So that's one way, and it'll pull up this carousel view for you to find the trial balance report. Okay. And it's just taking a little while, I guess, to get there. Okay. It's spinning. But I'm not crazy about using the carousel report, but that's just me. I like to actually use the reports that are at the top. And I'm really... Okay, here it is. Finally, it opened up. So you would have to just find it. I'm going to give you another way that I happen to use it. And I'm sure for those who like to use it, you can use this way too. I like to go to the reports window at the top, okay, and drop down. And you would find the trial balance under accountant and taxes. And it tells you that in the books, whether you're looking at the carousel list or down the drop menu. So go to accountants and taxes. I want the trial balance, not the adjusted trial balance. Select the trial balance report. You need to be careful when you're pulling reports that you grab the right report. So carefully read the name. I hit trial balance and look, it opens up. And remember I talked about that my name would be up there. Now what date do they want me to do? They want me to do the date range of 11/1/2019 to 11/30, okay, which is what's up here. But if you had to customize, you can go in and you can change the dates or customize the dates, because that's another thing I need you to make sure of. Before you run a report, make sure you have the right dates. There will be some check figures too. And it even tells you in the book, if you turn the page, that the check figure should be, and again, it's not coming at the bottom, very bottom of the screen down here. Yes, we're matching what the check figure is. So this is the report I need to run. So what does that mean? Save it to Excel. Okay. Now you can skip the step where it says to go grab the Excel template out of myquickbooks.com. You already have that. Okay. You have it in that folder I told you about. So we're going to go to Excel and we're going to create. Always hit create. I don't care if the worksheet's already open, you've dropped other reports in. You always hit create. Do not hit update. Remember, create, not update, no matter what. Create new worksheet. And bear with us while it opens. And you'll have another little box pop up. Okay. See, create. And then we're going to replace. Okay. Create and replace. So keep that in mind, create and replace. Then I need to browse. Where am I going to? Well, I need to find those data files that I had put on my desktop, remember? Wherever you have your little file folder at. And I'm trying to find mine on my desk file. So I'm going into my Excel templates where I have this saved. And you see where I had saved it with my name, Chapter 1. And I'm going to hit there and I'm going to open. Okay, so now give it a second. It needs to start. Okay, now there it is. If we read it, you can see it's all the Chapter 1. Now I need to select a sheet. That becomes very important. Okay, and I click on here, and you'll notice that the pages that I want you to look up, if it's in the chapter, it'll say Chapter 1, and it'll abbreviation of what you're looking for. TB, PR for payroll register. Once you get into the after chapter material, it'll go into the exercises. This means more the homework. We don't do the projects, maybe unless your teacher does something different with the projects, but most of us you'll be looking at the exercises or the stuff that's in the chapter. Remember, this was the trial balance. So I hit Chapter 1, trial balance. Now, you're not done yet. Again, very important to remember. You go here, you make sure, you see where it says space between columns? This must be unchecked. Okay, so you're going to want to check that. Make sure space between columns unchecked. Now, here on printing options, you want to hit on printed report and screen. Very important. If you don't switch this to printed report and screen, your headings will not come out and we will not be able to grade your work. Now that everything else is okay, so space unchecked, on printed report and screen, I hit OK, and now I hit export. You selected to replace this worksheet. That's when you can go in existing worksheet and you can hit yes. And you can go ahead, if you don't want to display this in the future because it'll pop up, you can do that as well. Now it's saving. And I'm sorry this is taking a little longer. And as you can see, it's moving along. And it might pop up on the bottom of your toolbar down here and you might have to open it. Okay, so now as you can see, look where the trial balance is. See where I was telling you about these tabs? This is chapter 1, that's in the chapter. When we do the first homework, you're going to go here where it asks for the profit and loss statement or the balance sheet. Okay, but we here, you open it up, you make sure it's all okay. There's one other thing you need to do under reports here. For us to be able to grade it, you need to put an X by every report that you are submitting here. So you see, I just downloaded the trial balance. I put an X. For the rest of the homework, I put an X for profit and loss and balance sheet. Then hit save. Okay. And then I can close it up. And now you've exported your first, that's how you export your reports.